Hello there, Aries. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are going to be doing a look at the Mars and Gemini energy that we'll have with us for the next 7 months until March 25th. And this is really kind of an exciting time because Mars and Gemini is bringing us this energy of decisive action. So after such a long time of perhaps not having the clarity about what direction we want to go in, or perhaps not having the motivation or the energy or the determination to make the changes in our life that we're wanting to make. It's like Mars and Gemini comes in and it's kind of like, okay, that's it. The table is cleared. It's kind of like, yes, here is the decision, go take action. And Aries, this is actually happening in your third house of communication. So for the next 7 months, you may actually be in this energy of telling people just how it is, So, it is a little bit like we do have to be careful about what we say, but at the same time, it's kind of like recognizing the things that are holding us back and then just being really like crystal clear, straight up, this doesn't work for me. I have to go in a different direction or do something different. So with this reading, what we're going to do is take a look at the overall energies for the next 7 months, but then we're also going to take a look at how this energy is going to play out in your life, any obstacles that telling it like it is may bring to you, advice from spirit, and then where you can kind of see yourself in the next 7 months. So really interesting. If you're enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. And I think we're ready to get started. I'm really excited about this. I feel like the cosmos are finally turning in our favor. And Mars is usually only in Gemini for, maybe, several weeks, maybe like up to 7 weeks. There's a retrograde involved in this. And that's why we have such a long period of time of taking action in our life. Okay, so Parrot Spirit, you're not going to believe this. It says, watch your words. Yeah, I feel, Aries, out of all the zodiacs, you could be the one that kind of like says it like it is, and which is fine, except that it may come out perhaps not in as loving of a way as you may want it. And grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Yeah, I feel like, this is a really good time. We do have to make sure we're taking good care of ourselves, that we're grounding those energies, because it is such a fast and furious type of energy that we're having during this time. So it really is important to make sure you take a deep breath, you ground, do some of those grounding practices, eating red foods or foods that are grown in the ground, spending time in nature, hugging trees, sitting by trees, walking barefoot as much as you can in grass or dirt. But it's this energy of, making sure you're recharging your batteries. Batteries, wow. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your present energy, any obstacles that you may have on your path during this time, advice from spirit, and then where you can expect to be, in March, the end of March. So let's see, really interesting. Wow, nice energy. Okay, Page of Cups on the bottom. We do have a little bit of love coming through in here. So on the bottom you have the Royal You. This is really kind of like Leo energy a little bit, but really understanding that how worthy you are of receiving what it is that you're wanting in your life, because you have a leg up. This is the universe coming in, giving you, this can be a new job, a new opportunity, a new relationship coming in. It's very similar to the Ace of Pentacles, something that if you plant it and you nurture it, it will grow into something that will be around for a very long time. And, with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I really feel like you have a new love coming in on your path. So let's take a look at your overall energy at this time, okay, in the present. You have ears wide open, which is about listening, especially perhaps for whisperings from your intuition about your spirit guides, your deceased loved ones, your ancestors. There's something here that you're trying to build. And with the Five of Swords here, the Five of Swords is kind of like this energy of having regrets of things that have gone wrong in the past. You see how there's the shadow of this man and the broken heart, right? It does not have to be romantic. This is kind of the regrets of something in the past. And I feel as if, you're kind of like sitting here trying to build something, but there's something kind of whispering in your ear, remember that something that didn't work out? Well, I think that this energy has been holding you back. This is what you're kind of like saying no to. No, I'm not listening to that in my head anymore, or perhaps listening to other people that are reminding you of, something that didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, because there's something new that you want to build here. And so with this Mars and Gemini energy, you are coming into this energy of trying to get something built, building a strong foundation. This Ace of Pentacles, a leg up comes in, and it's kind of like, yeah, I think this is something I want to nurture. I want to plant the seed. I want to nurture it, give it sun, give it water, and get ready to harvest something on down the line. I really like this energy for the beginning of this next 7 months, right? Because something new is coming in. Now, I think it's really important with the ears wide open that you are listening to your intuition, that you are listening to your spirit guides, deceased loved ones, because I feel as if it's almost like you have two different, you have people in your life or even your own mind that's reminding you of things that didn't work out. And then you have good advice coming in through your intuition, your spirit guides. So it is about taking this opportunity to, ground. I feel like there's a little bit of a need to ground here, and watching your words, okay? Watching the words that you say to yourself, okay? So before we were talking about, what you say to others, because it's in your third house of communication. But remember, communication includes also those words that we say to ourselves. So when this energy is popping in and speaking to you in your mind, right? It's about not allowing those words to build a foundation or hold you back from building a foundation that you are seeking, It's about replacing those negative thoughts or words with positive ones. So yeah, I feel like this is something, wow. Yeah, Queen of Swords. This is the clarity that is coming in. And the Mars went into Gemini on Saturday, August 20th. And so it is really just starting to get revved up. I feel like you're getting the clarity, and then it's kind of like, yeah, it's time to go work, because here's the Queen of Wands, very much your energy, but also this energy of being confident, of being on top of your game, looking good, being charismatic, business savvy. I know what I want to work on, and I'm going in that direction. The Queen of Swords doesn't, detract at all. She has her plan, and she doesn't allow things to come in and get her off track. She takes the sword and cuts those things out very quickly. Because we have a Judgment card here. Now, the Judgment card can mean a couple of things, but I feel like this is you coming in and having the decision, okay, making the choices about the positive words or the negative words that you're allowing in your life. It's about cutting out the negative, not allowing the regrets or the disappointments of the past from holding you back from this exciting new venture, right? I also feel like with the Judgment card, it's coming into having clarity about your soul's purpose, the direction that you want to go in. And there's a little bit of an energy here of rebirthing, okay? Rebirthing yourself, of coming into this energy of understanding, okay, I have a second chance at life here. And you know, we all go through those phases where we feel like, you know, we're doing a lot, but we're not making any progress. If you have been feeling like that, I feel like you're coming into this energy of, no, wait a minute, I am going to make progress here, and I am going to get this second chance at something. So, you know, it could be that you had a love relationship that ended, right? And it could be that some people in your life, or even your ego, you know, your mind is telling you, yeah, don't go into love again, right? But it's kind of like, no, wait a minute, I'm ready to have a second shot at love. Just because it didn't work out before doesn't mean it won't work out in the future. Same thing if you started a business or had a career or something like that, and it didn't go the way that you wanted it to. It's about stepping into that energy of, yes, that happened in the past, but that was a different time. I'm a different person. I'm looking at this in a different way, and I'm ready to do it again. I'm ready to step back into this game. Really lovely energy. It really is kind of a fired up energy within you of, yes, I know the direction I'm going in and I want to go there. So let's take a look at what your obstacle is. Now, this is what you're working on for the next 7 months, okay? So let's take a look. Yeah, there's smoke and mirrors. Okay, so smoke and mirrors means that there's illusions. You know, it's kind of like clearing away the fog and seeing clearly the direction that you want to go in, because we had the Knight of Wands, right? There's this energy of you may not have known clearly where you wanted to go. You could have been fogged in. Or there's also an energy of pretending that this maybe didn't bother you as much as it did. And that is why you haven't taken action. So say you had a relationship that ended difficultly, right? And you're kind of like, I can't meet anybody that I like. Nobody's, there's just nobody out there that's worth dating or falling in love with, right? That would be the smoke and mirrors. Because the smoke and mirrors is saying, I've been hurt in love. And when you clear away the smoke, I've been hurt in love, and also I don't want to be hurt again. That would be the truth, perhaps, of the situation, right? Or I started my own business. It didn't go well. The truth is that I don't want to be an entrepreneur ever again because it was such a horrific situation. But when the smoke clears, okay, then we can see clearly the lessons that we learned from the situation, and that we are no longer the person that you were during that relationship or situation, that career, that job, that you are different. And once we realize that we are no longer the person that was involved in this, that we have progressed, we have evolved, we have learned those lessons, then it's so much easier to bring ourselves into balance, right? And to take action in the way that we are wanting to really move forward. So this is something I think that, you're really working on. I feel like you've been kind of working on this, but it is about, going within and getting, clearing away the smoke so that you can look in the mirror and tell yourself exactly why you haven't taken action up to this point. And if you've taken action, I feel like there's also this energy of perhaps not taking action wholeheartedly, you know, like almost kind of like pretending, okay, in a way. Oh yeah, I'm dating. I'm dating. And you know, it's not that you're not going out on any dates, but you're either not going into the date with a lot of positive attitude, or perhaps you're really choosing to go out with people that you know it's not going to go anywhere, right? So I feel as if whatever this is, it's the smoke is, you're willing to, I think that this is part of it. You're willing to, you know, wipe the smoke away and look in the mirror and say, okay, what's the truth? What's the truth, Aries? You know, it's about speaking your truth. Watch your words. It's about speaking your truth to yourself. So let's see. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and then the Justice again. Okay, Queen of Swords again. You are definitely getting that clarity. So yeah, you've been left out in the cold. You know, you could have lost, you could have had financial losses. You could have had a loss in your health. You could have had a loss in just relationships and love in your life. You've been toying. Do I want to get back into the game of love, the game of career, the game of, you know, life, whatever that might mean? Because I feel like this Judgment card is really a little bit about you resurrecting yourself. You know, you coming back, the Phoenix rising energy. But here you are with the Justice card. I think you're stepping back into a balance, you know, of understanding that, okay, there was, I think you're kind of balancing. There was a part of me, okay, that kind of, in a way, I think part of you died when this situation occurred, right? This tower situation from previously occurred. There was something that you did leave in the past, and now you're ready to kind of like look at it in a different way, of understanding that even though it was a difficult time, that you did gain something. You know, you're balancing the scales. It wasn't all bad. You're starting to see some of the good in it. So the scales are balancing, which gives you the confidence in order to go ahead and start moving forward. All right, so let's take a look at your advice. You know, here we have the Single Lady card. I feel like this is a little bit of your energy, getting independent of situations that happened in the past. Now, it could be independent, like moving literally physically away from certain people or situations, relationships. But I also feel like there's this sense of having independence mentally, emotionally, spiritually from that situation also. When you're willing to take the smoke and waft it away, right? And then you look at yourself in the mirror and recognize what is holding you back, because you keep getting this Queen of Swords, right? And yeah, the healing, you have the 4 of Swords underneath there. Yeah, it's like, okay, now I know clearly what I need to heal, right? There's almost that energy. And then underneath that, we have the Magician and the Sun. My goodness. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, it's a little bit like this. Say you went into a room that was really a mess, okay? You didn't mess it up, but it's a room that's a mess, right? And, you know, you wanted to clean this room so that it was bright and shiny, just like the sun, right? And it was, you know, filled with sunlight and joy. The first thing you would do is have to go in there and clear out all the clutter, take out all the trash, you know, just get rid of all the things that are no longer necessary. You've been working on that, but I feel like there's also this energy of, okay, I got all the room done, but you know what? I just recognized there's a closet in the back of the room. I think I better open the door. I think I better look in that closet. I feel like you're doing that. So that you can really and truly step your independence away from this past situation. You can finally do the deep healing, the deep cleaning of that room. right? It's almost as if, yeah, I really need to be independent. Independently thinking about the next step for me, of where it is that I want to go, of finding that clarity that the Queen of Swords has, right? And then I think you recognize, there are relationships that I would like to bring into my life. I would like to have happiness. I would like to have sunshine and joy in my life. There is this energy of, yes, I want to be free, but I also want to have joy and happiness in my life. This could also be you going out on your own and starting your own business. But then once you do that, you also recognize, but I also want relationships. I want co-workers. You could be wanting co-workers during this time, having other people to talk to, because words are so important. I feel like it's almost the sense of, yes, I want to kind of gather with other people to share words, to share ideas. And I think in some respect, it's also share tenderness, because this is tender embrace, opening your heart, opening your soul to look at the world of love again. And, I really do feel like for some of you, this is difficult. It's going to be very difficult. If you're in a relationship, I think it's about taking that relationship to a much deeper emotional level. All right, so let's clarify this. I also want to bring up that we have the number 33 here, and then we have the number 22 here. This is not just a relationship. It's a deep soul contract. It's a deep soul connection. It's a heart-to-heart connection. So what do we have? The Emperor, there you are. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, stepping into your power, into your energy, knowing what it is that, with the Ace of Pentacles, what you are willing to offer, but also what you are willing to do in order to have this pentacle grow, this seed to grow. You keep having the Ace of Pentacles, and then once again, I want to, you have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and you have the Two of Cups, okay? So I feel like it's a little bit like you're reassessing what it is that you're willing to offer in the world of love. Really interesting, because I think that may be what has been holding you back all of this time, right? You may have, in the back of your mind, okay, had the energy of a past love situation that didn't work out. So you may not have been actually offering a pentacle. You could have been offering a wand, okay? A pentacle is grounded energy, bringing up that grounded. It's also solid. It's also complete. The Ace of Wands, okay? I think maybe some of you may have been offering the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, let's have kind of some fun, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is something that I can plant that can turn into a long-term relationship. The Ace of Wands is just fun. It's just passionate fun. And I feel like for some reason you're deciding, the thing that I really want to do is go into this with the mindset, at least, right? The words, because remember, you're all about communication, of offering the energy that I am looking for something that can grow into something that is long-term. Yeah. And, I feel like for some of you, you're really stepping into a very charismatic energy, and you may be fighting off other offers. Okay. But you're fighting off the offers that are not Ace of Pentacles, right? You're fighting off like offers of just fun, right? And just physical. And now it's kind of like, no, I want something that's more than just physical. I want something that is also emotionally and mentally and spiritually solid and grounded and willing to grow. Wow, really interesting, because then once you come into that energy, that's when the Two of Cups comes in. It's almost as if you haven't had anybody coming in yet that you would consider somebody that is a solid romantic connection, okay, or could grow into a long-term committed relationship. It's because you yourself have not yet been aligned with that. So if you were aligned to just putting out the Ace of Wands, okay, and just looking for fun in romance, right? That's all you would be attracting. Now you're changing your mind shift. You're understanding that by just having physical connections, that, you know, it's just smoke and mirrors. It looks like a real relationship, but it's not a real relationship. And now you're kind of like, oh, wait a minute. In order to have something that is real and authentic and something that can grow and last a long time, I have to go back and rethink the offer that I'm putting out there, right? I have to put something out solid. I have to raise my vibration to something that is solid and grounded and not just in the arena of fun. Really interesting, because I feel as if that's exactly what you're doing. You're coming into this energy of being grateful for, you know, the journey that you have been on. It's almost as if you can kind of see where this journey has gone. I also think, you know, we have the thinker here. For some of you, you may have been almost like thinking too much about love. And now it's kind of like you're coming into this energy of really embracing love, the idea of love, the idea of having a companion in life, the idea of not just having intimacy, but also being really good friends, of nurturing each other, of having each other's backs. I think what you're doing is you're expanding. Oh my gosh, this is the number 44. You have the number 22, 33, and 44. Like I am like having goosebumps. My goodness. Yeah, this is a connection like no other. That is so true. Oh my goodness. Really very profound. I feel like this person is helping you to change, and yet at the same time you are helping them to change. This person is probably very much in the same alignment as you, has had a similar background. The two of you are mirroring each other, just like the number 22, 33, 44. You know, if your previous relationship ended in divorce, you could both be divorced, right? If it ended because, you know, your partner died or, you know, something like that, then I feel like theirs did too. I think one of the things is that when you sit down and you start comparing your lives, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, we've almost been on the same exact journey, and now you're coming together. I also feel, I think you had a reading similar to this the other day, something about, you know, like train tracks, like you've had parallel lives all the way up until this point, and now it's kind of like you're coming into alignment. It's almost like you're coming into the station. Wow. Really amazing. Okay, so and this once again is happening over the next 7 months. So of March of next year of 2023. And I feel like you're going to meet this person before that, perhaps. But there is this shift in your mentality about what kind of love you are wanting to attract into your life. All right, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? Interesting. Are you waiting on someone else before you take the big leap? What if you were to take life into your hands and forge your own path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risks can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision. There's that Queen of Swords energy. Make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it scared. Take the leap. And it says, no more thinking. See, I feel like you've been kind of like toying up in your head all the reasons why you shouldn't get back into love, or you shouldn't get back into a business or a career. You know, wild soul, strong heart, can't lose. I absolutely love the energy of that. Because I feel like that is exactly what you're doing. You're shifting this energy. You know, if you're understanding that if you're vibing only in one area, or you're only looking for physical intimacy, right? Or just fun in romance, or maybe just a friend, right? Friend zoning, everybody you date. It's kind of like, okay, wait a minute. There's something else that I want out of my connections. You're getting that clarity. And then you're also understanding, okay, I can't keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I have to shift my own energy in order to come in alignment, in order to attract that same type of person. And at the same time, it's just so crazy. At the same time, this other person is doing the same thing. I think they've been very much doing the same thing. And now, I mean, look at all this love. It's just so wonderful. All right, well, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I also appreciate all your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.